So today's video is super exciting. I'm doing a one brand tutorial on Benefit products today, and this is the finished look. So I love it personally. It's very natural for me, but I do still love it. So let's just get into the video, and I really hope you enjoy. Please subscribe and like this video. Thank you. So to begin today, I'm going to start with Benefit. It's Potent Eye Cream. So I've actually used this for ages and I absolutely love it. So I just take a tiny amount and pop it right underneath my eyes. So this is just meant to smooth some fine lines and really hydrate under the eyes, and it pairs really well with their concealers. It's really good for fading dark circles and restoring firmness and just under the eyes. It's so amazing. I don't really need to use it yet, but I feel like if I start using eye cream now, it'll prevent the crow's feet. Maybe. Just got hope. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Benefit Porefessional. This is just a wee mini size. I have loads of minis. And I'm just popping a wee bit in the back of my hand. So that should be enough for my whole face. So this is just gonna smooth all the pores in my skin and prepare for the makeup application. This is one of the best selling primers in the UK, as are some of the other products that I'm going to use, but I'll tell you about those later. So I'm just smoothing down my skin with this first, all the way over, and my skin feels nice. I would recommend that you use a hydrating moisturiser before you use this, because it is silicone based primer, and it does feel quite like really smooth, but like if you're not moisturised it's a bit like too much, so really make sure you're moisturised before you do that. Next is my favourite bit, because I can't stand to look at myself without eyebrows. So we're using the Goof Proof brow pencil, and then we're going to use the Gimme Brow. So these are both in shade 3. I'm shade 3.5, but I don't have that one right now, so we're just making do with shade 3. So I've just combed my brows up, and then I will zoom you in and we'll do my eyebrows. I'm just popping the tip of the pencil up about that much. Don't know if you can see that. And then going into my brows, so I'll probably fast forward this bit because it does get quite boring. So that is a Goof Proof filled in. I don't do a lot with my brows apart from that, and then just use the Gimme Brow on top. So I'm just going to go in with that. What I do with this one is go backwards to my brow hairs, and it really gets the fibres underneath the hairs of your brow. It's fabulous, and you can already see how much more volumized my brows are. And I love that feathery look, so I'm just brushing them up a wee bit as well to give me that look that I want. So that's the brow, and I'm just going to fill in the other one off camera, and then next step I'm going to use the high beam just in the high points of my face. So just on the top where you usually put highlight, down my nose, on my cupid's bow, and just a wee bit above the eyebrows as well. And then I'm just going to take my beauty blender and blend that in. So that just gives you a nice radiant glow to the skin. I'm going to use the What's Up highlighter after my foundation. But for foundation, I'm going to use the Hello Happy. So I'm a mix between shade 1 and 2 right now because my fake tan is just coming off, as you can see. So I'm just going to shake the bottles a wee bit. So this is a like light to medium coverage. I usually use full coverage, but I actually love this foundation, especially on a day-to-day basis. So I'm just popping shade number 1 on the back of my hand, and then a dab of shade 2. And then I'm just going to take my beauty blender again and blend this over my face, and I will fast forward this bit. So now that's all blended in, it looks lovely and radiant. So this is more of like a satin finish, but with the high beam underneath, obviously you're getting that radiance through as well. As I say, I usually go for a lot more full coverage, but on a day-to-day basis, this is actually lovely. I didn't think I would like it because it's so light coverage, but I really do, I love it. And I would highly recommend it to anyone that doesn't mind showing off their skin a bit. I used to be ashamed of my skin and hate it because of all the scars that I have, but I just don't care anymore. I'm just like, people love me for who I am, why do I care about my scars from my acne? There's no point caring, so I embrace them. The next product I'm going to use is the Shy Beam. So people get confused with this because it's like a peach colour. So I pop that just underneath my eyes just to cancel out any dark circles. And I find this the best way to use it. So it's meant to be like a nude pink to brighten everything up, and it does. But I prefer to use it as like a brightening corrector rather than putting it all over my face. Like under my eyes is a perfect place to put it. I wouldn't put it anywhere else. So I'm just blending that in. Once that's blended in, I'm going to go in with my Benefit Boiing Industrial Strength Concealer. So this is shade 1 and shade 2. This is the old packaging. But yeah, I'm obviously just got this one open. There's no point opening a new one. I'm just going to take my Zoeva concealer brush and dip into shade 1 to go right underneath my eyes. I wouldn't normally use this underneath my eyes, but I feel, because it's nighttime now, I feel like I need slightly more coverage. But the one I would recommend to go under your eyes, I don't have it with me just now, is the hydrating one. It is amazing. There's so many Benefit products that I just didn't try before I started there, and I'm so glad I got the opportunity to try them. But yeah, I am leaving, unfortunately. Just with my anxiety, I need to take a little step back and really think about myself for a while. So it's the best option for me. I can focus more on YouTube and focus more on me and making sure I'm good. And I'm just blending that in with my beauty blender. Yeah, just make sure that I'm good and I'm doing everything I can to help my depression, my anxiety. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm getting on so well now. In the last few weeks, I've made some major changes and I really am happy now. But I need to keep that going. I need to do what's best for me, and taking a step back from there is the best thing for me, as sad as it makes me feel. Moving on, I'm going to use, look how cute this is. It's the Benefit WhatsApp and it's just a little mini size. So I'm just going to take that and pop it on the high points of my cheeks and blend that in again. And the same on the other side. And then I'm just going to take a bit on my Cupid's bow and down the centre of my nose as well. So this just gives you a lovely pearlescent glow. I personally love this dewy kind of makeup. I think it suits me. When I put my hair down and things, you'll see. And I'm so sorry about the dodgy tan. It's in the middle of coming off right now, and I'm just having a terrible time with it. So the next product I'm going to use is the Porefessional Agent Zero Shine. So I do like this. I'm just going to pop a bit into the cap. I really do like this, but I can't wear it when I'm extremely pale because it just makes me look a bit darker than I am. So I'm just popping that on the areas that I'm going to be putting powder products. But I'm not covering where we highlighted because I want to keep that nice and dewy looking. So just the places that I need to set underneath my eyes, around my nose, forehead, and my chin area, and just where we're going to pop our bronzer and blusher so that it sits nice. So now that's applied, we can move on to, it's actually an older palette, but all these blushes still exist. So we've got the Hoola, the Coralista, the Dandelion, and the Rockature blushes, with obviously the Hoola as the bronzer. So I'm just dipping into the Hoola and then going to apply this in a 3 motion on my face. What I love about this is it's so buildable. So you can start just with a light amount, but you can also contour with it, which is great for me. So I am going to do a slight bit of contouring once I've applied this. You'll already see the difference in my face. Just having a bit more colour back to it. So I'm then taking my contour brush, just dipping in and just making more of a line with the contour to carve out my cheekbones. And same on the other side. Next product I'm going to go into is the Coralista, which is the second one in. And I'm just going to pop that on the apples of my cheeks. So this is just bringing a bit of colour back to my face. I just love that. I think it looks so pretty. So this is mainly what I would do for work. For the eyes, I don't tend to use the Benefit eyeshadows. They're not my favourite, and I'm going to be completely honest. I just don't really like them that much. But what I do like to do is to just get a bit of the Hoola bronzer and just pop that in my crease. So kind of like you're contouring your eye. So I pop it in the crease and just blend that in. Just to give me a bit of something. So when that's popped into the crease, I'm just taking a blending brush and just blending out those harsh edges. Perfect. So when that's done, I am going to use such an exciting product. So this is the Benefit Roller Liner. This came out on Boxing Day. I did have high hopes for it, but not as high as it's given me. Like, literally, I love this stuff. So I'm just going to apply this like you would normally apply wing liner. It's really hard to do on camera. I'll try show you. I usually just do a stamping motion. It's the easiest way to apply liquid eyeliner in this pen form. So that's what the brush looks like. It's such an amazing brush and so beginner friendly. So I'm just going to start applying this, and if I'm looking down, it's because I need to look in my mirror. So it's super, super matte black. I love it. and it stays on all day. I never have to touch this up, which is so amazing. So the next thing I'm going to use is the Bad Gal Bang. This is my favourite ever mascara. This is what the wand's like, and it's very like bendy, and it is literally the best mascara I've ever used in my life. And I'm not being biased because I pretty much don't even work for them anymore. I just love it so much. So I'm just going to pop this on just like any other mascara, and I like to do 2 layers of this. It makes my eyelashes look amazing. So I'm just going to go right from the roots to the tips. And just look at the volume that gave me. I did mess up a wee bit, but look at that eye compared to that eye. It's incredible, the difference. So I'm going to do this eye off camera, and then we'll be back to do the lips. Oh my god. So the last part didn't film when I did my lipstick. I thought I was filming. I wasn't filming. So for the sake of the video, I used They're Real in Revved Up Red, and I will just apply it again. So it's a really moisturising lipstick. It's really lovely. And yeah, this is the finished look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one brand tutorial. I would love to do more of these. I would love to make this a bit of a series. I will be filming every single week. I'm posting every single week from now. I promise. I promise. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Please hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I post. And please like this video. And I'm starting to feel myself on these videos now. Like, I really do enjoy it. And I know I do a lot of this and this and this, but that's just me. So thank you so much again, and I love you so much. Please subscribe.